Hi, myself Devi Chand. We are presenting case 1005, the Peter Paul dilemma. This case is about professional ethics in engineering. It explains a situation where engineers face a conflict between company orders and ethical responsibilities. Now we will see the case. This case is about an engineering company working on two projects. The one project is on going well and it is under budget. The another project is like it is delayed and needs more money. The company management tells engineers to work on this second project but charge the time to the first project. This creates an ethical problem related to honesty and professional responsibility.
Hello everyone, myself Anil Varma. In this case, the firm is dealing with two companies. First, Excalibur project, which is ahead of schedule, within budget, and follows an hourly billing model. And on the other, the Wellfleet project, which is over budget and poorly managed. So the VP instructs the team to work on Wellfleet, but change the hours to the Excalibur project, asking them to falsify the timesheets. Here, there is a dilemma for the engineer whether to obey the instructions of the VP or not. Now we move on to the core ethical issues. The core issue here is ethics and legality. Recording false time is fraud, as the signed timesheets are legal documents. Even if the VP promises to take responsibility, the individual signing is accountable. Also, audits can easily expose such actions, leading to legal consequences and loss of trust.
Hello everyone, I am Praneeth. In this case, we identify who is affected by unethical decision. First, the engineer and team face the highest risk. They are pressured to sign false documents, putting their careers and professional license in danger. Next, the Excalibur resort is direct victim. They are unknowingly paying for work they wasn't actually done, which is clearly fraud. Then, Wellfleet Corporation is indirectly affected by hiding mismanagement instead of fixing it. The company risks repeated failures and long-term damage. So the VP of operations act as the enabler, giving unethical instructions but avoiding responsibility. Finally, the engineering profession as a whole is impacted because such actions reduce public trust in engineers. So overall, multiple stakeholders are harmed both directly and indirectly. Now we comes ethical analysis. All three major ethical frameworks lead to the same conclusion: refuse. From a utilitarian perspective, falsifying records may give short-term benefits, but it causes greater harm. So legal issues, loss of clients, and damaged reputation. From deontology, which focus on duty, there is an absolute obligation not to be lie. Okay, then falsifying documents violates this fundamental principle. From virtue ethics, a good engineer with integrity will not compromise honesty under pressure. So character matters more than blind obedience. So across all frameworks, the ethical decision is clear. The engineer must refuse to engage in fraud. So that's all.
Okay. Hello everyone, I'm Praneeth, and let's explore what options do we have right now. Option one is to follow VP's order. While this may protect the job in short term, it is clearly unethical as it involves signing false documents and creates personal legal liability. Option two is to refuse silently. This avoids wrongdoing, but it doesn't solve the problem. There is no formal objection and it leaves the engineer isolated and protected. Option three is the recommended approach, a team refusal with alternatives. This aligns with professional codes like IEEE, ACM, and NSPE, ensures both ethical integrity and legal protection. Okay, now what do we propose? First, refuse to sign any false documents, since a signature represents the truth. Second, unify the team because a collective stance is stronger and more professional. Third, offer alternatives such as renegotiating contracts or addressing management issues. Finally, if needed, escalate the issue and document everything carefully. Thank you.
Hi everyone, my name is Kumar Reddy. Now let's look at what professionals actually choose in the situation. Only about 2% of people said they would follow the VP's order, which clearly shows that almost everyone recognized this as unethical. Some people preferred safer options like asking for written confirmations, refusing silently, or seeking peer advice. While these reduce personal risk, they don't fully solve the problem. A few choose to directly approach the VP and refuse, sometimes even suggesting alternatives. But the most important insight is this: the highest percentage, around 34%, choose team refusal along with alternatives. This shows that the best approach is not just saying no individuality, but standing together as a team and offering better solutions. It protects everyone legally and maintains integrity and also addresses the root issue. To further support this, let's look at professional codes of ethics. Across IEEE, ACM, and NSPE, one common principle stands out. Honesty to the client is more important than loyalty to the employer. IEEE says engineers must be honest and avoid any false conduct. ACM emphasizes giving accurate information and avoiding harm. NSPE clearly states that engineers must never falsify data and must act in the client's best interest. So, in our case, falsifying timesheets directly violates all of these codes. This confirms that refusing the VP's order is not just a personal choice, it's a professional responsibility. So, that's why the team refusal will with alternatives is the most ethical and correct decision.